Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? And welcome to Build Curious. I'm Moses, or so people call me. And yeah, pretty much in this channel, we're just going to be doing anything that really revolves around building. So stuff like Rust, Minecraft, SimCity, Sims, you name it. Pretty much just anything where you can build. So in this video, I went for kind of like this rustic themed house, kind of like a modern rustic themed house. Somewhere along those lines, you'll see in the end. By the way, I will put in like a quick link if you don't want to see the building process and you do just want to skip ahead. That's fine. I will put the little timestamp in or whatever it's called. So anyways, people usually do like this introductory video when it's the first video of their channel and just kind of say what exactly is going to go on. I thought I'd just jump into it because honestly, why not? So yeah, I like I said, I'm pretty much going to be doing anything that revolves around building. So again, that's stuff like Rust and Sims and so forth. Probably mostly going to be revolving around Sims and maybe even some Rust. And then I guess we'll see what comes along in the meantime. But yeah, so pretty much the vibe I went for out here was to have like this kind of nice deck with you'll see later on I put this kind of roof over there. This did take me I think it was 6 hours. No, sorry, it was 5, which really it should have only taken like 2, but I just really didn't know what was going on half the time. And also you will see that I kind of cut certain pieces out. It's just because I kind of sat for a really long time not being able to figure certain stuff out. But don't worry, you will see all the finished products in the what do you in the screenshots. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. In the screenshots, and then you'll see the final product and some stuff you won't see me put in during the speed build. I kind of put it in afterwards, just because again I had taken 6 hours to do this, and that's just too long, man. It really, so it should have taken me like 2 hours, but again, like I said, I have not played Sims in so long. Like I've been playing Sims since like the first one, and I had Sims 1 and almost all of its expansions, Sims 2 again, almost all of its expansions, and the same with Sims 3, and then Sims 4 came out, which is like roughly 2 years or something ago. Which is crazy, just wow, time flies. But anyways, it came on like sort of 2 years ago, and I played it for like a week, and that was it. And I don't know why, because it was meant to be like The Sims with some of the best building, and that's what I was so excited for, was how good the building had gotten. But yeah, I played it for like a week, and that was about it. Don't know why I never went back, but yeah, I just got this massive craving, and I kindly clear. Ooh, tongue twisters, man, tongue twisters. I kind of just felt this huge urge to start doing it again. And like I do have another channel where I do gameplay, but the thing is, like, while doing that channel, along the way I was kind of trying to just discover what it is I actually want to do on YouTube, like what kind of gameplay and stuff. And then it just kind of dawned upon me, I've always enjoyed building, so why not just do building videos, which is what this is. So yeah, I kind of just decided, hey, damn, let me just start playing Sims again. And I did, but as you can then see, because of that, like, half these items I've never even seen in my life before. So that's why I kind of took so long, because it was mostly just about getting back into it again, kind of figuring out how everything works. Like, half the time I didn't quite know how to remove ceilings, and this whole room business is quite awkward and strange. Yeah, just a lot of new features that I didn't quite fully understand, and a lot of new items, of course. So yeah, I kind of want to go for this like eco-green thing. I mean, it is a rustic house, so a lot of plants and stuff, suit that whole theme. Also, the thing with rustic houses, or in my opinion at least, as long as it's got wood and metal, it'll work for a rustic themed house. And that's what I try to do. I try to get as much wood and kind of metal stuff going as possible. And yeah, this little kind of garden themed thing I had going on in the front here actually turned out to be quite nice. I wasn't sure if it was gonna work. And also I didn't really know what kind of plants a rustic themed house would have. I kind of just went for these what I think they're called succulents. No, I'm not sure. I don't know, desert plants. I guess they're called succulents or something. I believe they are desert looking plants. You know, cacti and aloe, those those things, whatever it is. So yeah, just busy with this little front garden. Again, really, this house. Again, I took too long, so I am kind of sorry. This video you'll see is a bit lengthy. I was hoping that it would be at least around 25 minutes or so. I think it's close to 40 minutes. That's a lot of talking I'm gonna have to do though. But yeah, it's like 40 minutes or so. But I mean, what, this took me 5 hours, so I'm really surprised I could get this down into 40 minutes. So that was pretty crazy. These plants that I went and put in the front, I'm not sure if they actually match. I feel like they ended up doing quite well, looking quite well. I don't know. They look like they work for me, at least. Yeah, I put these things on the side of the path, just kind of trying to make it look a bit more realistic. But then it just ended up looking dirty, so I just went ahead and put those stones there, which I do skip that process. You really don't have to watch me put each stone down individually, I'm sure. Some parts, like I said, I do skip just for the sake of time, and also just so it doesn't become redundant. You know, like you'll see there's another part of a roof I'm going to start placing grass. I kind of just skip that because, I mean, you really don't want to see me, like this part here, you really don't want to see me put one piece down after another. I mean, really, that's not necessary. So yeah, the deck, I do end up changing the, what was it? Was it these walls? No. Oh, it was this the wall below that the deck is actually on. The part of the house the deck's actually on. I do end up changing the color of those walls. You'll also see, like, I tend to use the same windows a lot, and I've got this problem where every house I do, I build, and then when it gets windows, just has never been my thing. All right, every single time I build a house, it is always a problem with the windows. The thing is, like, okay, some windows might suit each other, like in terms of appearance. But then, like, that whole sim style thing, and then, like, the color schemes just don't match. So you got these windows that would work perfectly well together, but, like, they don't have similar color schemes, and that just throws me off. That I can't deal with. So I tend to stick to the same window types, which is really boring, actually. But I don't know. I'll try with my next build at least to experiment a little bit more with the windows. Yeah, I guess I just kind of stuck to the same types. And they do look fairly modern, and like a square, I think squares are fairly modern as well. So these windows they just did it for me, and I really love those. I don't know what they're, pot plant things that chill on the wall. I don't know what they're called. I love those. That bamboo just completely did it for me. That was for me the finishing move of the outside of this house. I feel like I'm talking an excessive amount. Maybe that's just me, because I regularly don't actually speak a lot. I'm more of a quiet kind of person. But yeah, I also don't want to kind of just sit here in absolute silence. That is a bit weird. But I also just want to, keep babbling on. This is, I think, where I changed the. No, I didn't. Okay. Or did I? I'm not sure. The kitchen, you'll see the kitchen is the one room I do fairly quickly, and that's because I saw like a screenshot of like this rustic themed kitchen a while back, so I kind of wanted to do something similar. So yeah, I pretty much already knew exactly how I wanted the kitchen to look, and I mean the shape and size of this kitchen's already where I want it to be. I wasn't quite sure of that paint just kind of ending halfway, That's the one thing I don't like about The Sims. Is it really like if you do like two different types of walls, like I did over there, like it looks like those stones look like paint, because I mean it's really flat. So I wasn't too fond of doing that. Although I guess I could have put a pillar there, but it looks alright. I'll let it slide this time. I think next time though I'll try and build in a little bit more. I couldn't find I don't know what these things are called. Yeah, I don't know what they're called. I couldn't find the one I really wanted to use, so I just ended up using that one. I guess it's fine. It suits the rustic vibe. Again, wood and steel. That's why these counters are so perfect. The one thing about those counters, I mean, it's the same style, but for some odd reason, they were just a lighter brand of wood. And I tried to get something more darker, but it just didn't have. And I don't understand why they do that. Why it's the same style of furniture, but doesn't have the same color schemes. I don't understand. I really don't understand why they do that. Just completely throws me off. Makes me so angry. Yeah, so for a second there, I don't know if you guys saw that, looked like the sink was not placing properly. It's almost gonna freak me out. So I think I skipped most of the kitchen there. You will see it in the screenshots again though. It's just like all the smaller items that I went and placed, like the very fine details. I mean, you don't really have to see me place all those. I don't know if you guys do want to see stuff like that, just let me know and I'll leave it in. Again, this video was just really long, so I did try and cut whatever I could. If the next build goes fast, I'll obviously leave in everything that I do, but you know, for the sake of time on this video, I kind of cut out parts where I did small detail. But yeah, again, you'll see it all in the screenshots. There was a specific item I was looking for over here. I just could not find it. I did find something similar, which I did use. But yeah, I just couldn't find the item I was looking for. I did manage to find it later on though, and then just came back to place it. But yeah, as you can see, I'm desperately trying to find something. Just couldn't do it. Those lights, by the way, that I've got hanging there, we've got similar stuff in our house. It like comes from mines, like legit lights people use in mines. Like we also have a bit of rustic stuff in our house, I guess. So when I saw those, I was like, oh, that's perfect. Those are. I was actually not sure what lights to use yet. I ended up just leaving the one above the door. The thing is, those other lights just kind of left that part of the kitchen a little bit gloomy and dark. And I feel like a kitchen is something that needs to be well lit. I don't know, that's just my opinion, I guess. I wanted to find darker colored bricks here, which I think I did. But yeah, those, like these white bricks, the ones that look like they've got plaster busy peeling off, that has got to be some of the coolest looking walls I've ever seen in my life. I loved the way they look. And when things aren't symmetrical, like over there, you'll see trying to figure out what I'm going to do, because I don't want to really resize the house. I went crazy. I couldn't handle the fact that if I placed a double door, it wouldn't be symmetrical. And I don't want to place just a single one, because I would just, I don't know, not feel right. I ended up just leaving it as was. Otherwise, I'd sit on it for too long and I'd end up going crazy. So this is the dining room. Not a big one. Also, didn't have too much going on in here. I did decorate it a little bit more off camera, which you will see again in the screenshots, so don't worry. And you also see I tend to decorate rooms before I put windows in, which is kind of silly. Because the reason why I didn't put them in before is because I don't want them to get in the way, but at the same time, not putting them in just makes the room really dark. Yeah, I don't know. This little entrance I've got here, man, I tried like 100,000 different things. I kind of wanted like a half wall, and it just didn't want to work, and I was going crazy. I did really want a little room though by the entrance, so I ended up just doing something small, which was this room over here. And I don't know, really turned out to be actually quite nice. Yeah, I use this green. I gotta say, this green is such a nice green, especially with like lighter colored woods like this. Oh, that just, when I saw this, I was like, yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I'm gonna use. This object there that you saw with the chair and the light. Oh my word! Twice now. Okay. I pulled it out there, and then later on again, I pulled it out again, just coincidentally, and then later on, when I'm busy building my favorite room in the house, by the way, which is the studio, I could not find it for the life of me. I literally went and selected each category of items individually, like decorations, surfaces. I couldn't find it. I even just decided, screw it, I'm just gonna leave it. And then when I was busy doing some lighting, there it was. It was under the lighting, which I never looked. That's the one category I never looked under, was lighting, because I really didn't think that something like that would be under lighting. And yeah, it just made me so anxious and so annoyed that I couldn't find it. And then eventually I did, which is awesome. I gotta say, I do love the decorations in this game. Bam. This arch, just, I think that just made the rest of the house finito there in the front. Just made it look perfect. I did not notice that it was sticking to the wall, which is weird because I like looked directly into it quite a few times. But I do fix it, don't worry. You'll see at some point I will pull it out of the wall. Like, I don't know how I didn't notice it over here. Like, it's right there in my face. But yeah, anyways, I guess when I'm focused on one thing, everything else just becomes blurry. One of those kind of people. Oh man, really, that arch just absolutely does it for me. Looks so good. Also found the perfect light to put in here. It does emit a lot of light, but I don't know. It works. For me, it just worked. So far, I guess this isn't the most rustic house. I mean, really, it could look a lot more rustic, but yeah, I just kind of used the rustic as like a guideline, something just to stick close to. But yeah, either way, the house turned out really nice. Like I said, it's a little bit of a mix between modern and rustic. Curtains, I wanted to use blinds because obviously they've got wood, so it's perfect. But I don't know, just didn't work for me. Decided a room like this shouldn't anyways not really have blinds, or at least I didn't think so. I wanted to move away from all the square-ish objects, so I used that circular rug, although I did just end up changing it, solely because of the fact that you see, it just didn't get to the other side of the couch over there, which drove my OCD insane, because yeah, it has to be a line on all sides. It just has to be. Problem with corner, see, like that little table thing, the problem with that is it's got a drawer or like a front end of the table, and the problem with putting in a corner like that, there's no front really. I mean, yeah, so I tried to find one that didn't have something like that in. Yeah, okay, so this is just the one I ended up using, couldn't really remember. And I really wanted to put a lot of plants inside of this house as well. I mean, you gotta have a lot of plants inside of a rustic themed house. That little weird looking egg thing there, eggplant, plant words, eggplant. I did really want to use that. I even told myself, remember to go back to this item. I would like to use it at a later stage. I should have actually put on this coffee table thing and lifted it. But anyways, I did want to use it and forgot about it completely. But I did actually get quite a cool design. Wow. My words are busy failing me. Did get a cool design for the TV, which is these bamboo things, which I don't know, maybe it's a bit much overboard, I'm not sure. I think it looked nice. I thought it looked nice. And then of course the bricks just did the job. So I actually had no idea what I was going to do with this house. That's why a lot of it also took me so long. I really had the kitchen was the only thing I'd like the kitchen and the bathrooms were the only things that I had like a set design for. Whereas the rest of the house, I had no idea. And I think most people do this, but like I obviously built the outside of the house first before I worry about the inside. Because like if you do the insides first, you kind of get very square-ish rooms, which is a little bit boring. Whereas you do the outside and then you go in, you're kind of just forced to work with what there is. My rooms are anyway still square, mostly, but at least it's not just straight up one square after the other. It does have a little bit of rectangular shapes, and that's still squares. What am I saying? I've got a wall here by the fireplace. I'm not sure if I should have kept it there, because you'll see now I replace it with this fish tank, because I really did want a fish tank somewhere in the house to kind of divide off a room. I really wish they'd put in a fish tank like that. One that can divide off an entire room, like one that you can, stretch across, like a wall kind of thing. But yeah, so I really wanted the fish tank thing, and so I used it. Yeah, it was the best place I could think of using it. Probably not a good idea to put a fish tank by a fireplace, thinking about this in hindsight now. But I just pretended kind of that, because I didn't even light this fire actually, so I don't even know what it looks like. But when I placed the fireplace, it did look like one of those, they are fake. Those little electric ones. We just push the button, little flames come out. And like it makes normal heat, like that you'd get from a heater. Not like that you'd get from a fire. So I guess thinking about it like that, it wouldn't be too bad idea having the fish tank there. Had no idea really what I wanted to do with this corner. And I didn't want to fill up this room too much. You'll see I left the stairs kind of open underneath. I didn't want it to have like a little bit of an open field. Didn't want to cram the house. So I just wanted to kind of make a little bit of a nook here. Don't even know why I used that previous lamp. That was horrible. Yeah, I actually stared at that camp chair for quite a while. That was the first time in my life I had seen a double-seated camp chair. I had no idea those things exist. And when I saw it, I was just like, what the hell? What the? I have to get one of these. Just have to. Not in the game, in real life. Like, I just have to get one of those chairs. And, again, with the windows, just the worst thing ever is windows. I do end up changing these windows though, because I felt like I was just using too many of those. So I just used these. Again, it's not really that much different, but like the fact that it was all those windows spammed into that corner felt cool. I don't know, it felt like it looked pretty cool. And there we go. This is where I changed the outside. I felt like one part of the house at least needed to look a little bit different on the outside. And then I stumbled across these wood pillars. And guys, this just honestly, this just was like the cherry on top. This just made the house look so damn amazing. And you'll see that one wall there, I do pull out. So the house at the back is a little bit more even, which I think was a good choice, because otherwise it just kind of looks funny from the top. Which I guess shouldn't actually be such a problem, but I don't know, it freaked me out. So I do end up changing that at some stage. And yeah, again, like look at these pillars. They honestly just look so great. I kind of forgot, but I don't know if you guys saw the stairs there outside by the patio. Like when it gets to the corner, it just, that's it. It's just a corner. I really thought the stairs would like do those auto create corner things. Like where it auto does a corner. I mean, it used to in the old Sims, did it not? Or am I missing something? Because it didn't do it. It just didn't do an auto corner, so it's just like this corner that was left open, which I do go and put a pot plant in. Oh, this window was the perfect window to use. Bam. That was like the only window I had done differently around the house, but it was the perfect window in the perfect spot. It really just added so much to the house there in the front. Really happy I found it. And again, over here I was like, it's just, don't want to use the same window. So I just ended up using that little square one and just left it. That fireplace I do move. I don't think it's in the video though. But I do move it and change it for a bar. And then just put the fireplace there at the foot of the patio. Totally forgot to put in a door here. Which is pretty silly of me, but yeah, it wasn't such a big problem. Didn't use that door though because it wouldn't align, so I ended up just using that one, which looks better in any case. It matches the front door sort of, like the handle does at least, and that's the most important part. Yeah, I had really no idea what I wanted to do on the outside here. I knew that there had to be like a chill area somewhere, of course, just no idea what. It does end up looking pretty cool though. I do move quite a few things around. I don't know if I did some of this off camera or not. I felt like I might have. Not sure. Yeah, this is in any case where I move the... Is this where I move the wall? I'm not sure. I do move the wall here somewhere though. And then, because I put in a jacuzzi. Like inside... Okay, I actually didn't test this. The foundation isn't going through the jacuzzi, so I assume it will work. Again, I didn't really test it, but I'm pretty sure it'll work. So yeah, the jacuzzi was just nicely settled into the foundation there, which was awesome. I kind of dig that, the way those windows look there. Bit funky, but they were cool. Yeah, just use the wooden railing because the stairs were already steel, and like I said, for the perfect rustic house, all you really need is wood and steel. An even balance of those two things, and it'll look pretty rustic. Wow, did I struggle with that little corner piece of the wall there. I had no idea how to fix it, because you'll see later on the one room just has to get a little bit bigger because it's just too small, which made the corner kind of freak out. And I didn't want to do like just basic cornered square rooms, which is what I ended up doing anyways. Did fix it. So yeah, I do change that wallpaper, don't worry. Like, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, because that just looks so disgusting. It looks so bad. Yeah, this is where they start freaking out with the corner, because I could obviously just pull the bathroom out, but I didn't want such a big bathroom, which again just ended up doing in any case. I could have just made this is the office by the way, I could have just made this a bit bigger, which would have cancelled out the bathroom getting too big when I made it bigger. But I kind of felt like I wanted a smaller office, didn't want a big one. I wanted to see what I could do with a small room. And yeah, I do like the way the office turned out. A little bit, okay, not too cluttered, but I mean, obviously you don't want to clutter something in a small room too much. So yeah, I like that. I like that, putting it right there by the door, kind of walk in and then, yeah, you'll be sitting behind the desk. And then you look out that window in any case, so I thought that was a perfect little spot for that desk. The lights I also had a bit of trouble with, because like some of them, like that one there, I don't know if you caught a glimpse of the one I was talking about. That one looks pretty rustic, but it just emits too much light. It just gets a bit out of hand. So I didn't want to use that. I just ended up mostly using the ones on the wall there for most of my wall lights. Just, yeah, didn't want to clutter the office too much, kept it kind of simple. I don't have all of the, what are they called, packs, I guess, for this game. I do want to get a few more, because obviously the more stuff to build with, the better. But yeah, I'll still just be playing around with what I have, doesn't matter. Can still do quite a few cool stuff. Wow, this is a lot of talking. This is like half an hour of straight talking. Yeah, we're almost done. So if you are actually still watching, truly I'd be amazed if you are. If you are really, then please just drop a like. I mean, you've been watching for 30 minutes, man. You might as well just drop a like. Surely for you to hang around for so long, unless you skip to the specific part, then yeah, how's about just drop a like anyways. Um, yeah, 30 minutes. I think this video is about, how long is this? 36 minutes. Or at least at the moment it is. And that includes the screenshots. Wow, it's like I'm trying to rush through my own video. That's so sad. But yeah, I just feel like I don't want to talk, consistently. I know some people find that annoying. I kind of do. I don't know. It depends, really. I guess if you've got enough breather breaks in there, it's okay. But yeah. This is look. In all honesty, I can honestly decorate a room a lot better than what I did here. But this was, like I said, about 4 hours in. Don't ask me why it took so long. Seriously, I'm pretty sure I can do faster on the next build. This was just me coming back after a long time. And this is just straight up the first house I did. I didn't even first play around with the game a little. I just immediately went into doing this. But yeah, oh man. And I didn't stand up to go to the bathroom. I didn't stand up to go and eat or whatever. I just sat there for 5 hours straight doing this. I was chatting to a friend for 3 hours of this video. Just we were chatting, and he was doing some work and I was doing this. And after a few hours, you could just hear the both of us were pretty fed up with what we were doing, because the conversations we had was just the most random stuff that absolutely made no sense. Literally one of us would start a conversation only to foul mouth the other one. Just like a quick, you suck. And that was it. That was the conversation. It was just, that mood you get into when you're kind of tired out. So yeah, I gotta say, I was a little bit, I did kind of rush this top floor slightly. The studio did turn out really great though. Didn't rush that one, because that was my favorite room. Honestly loved it. So yeah, this is why I changed the wall. This room also turned out quite good. At first I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I really never do. Every time you go upstairs in a house, or like that room that connects all the other rooms, I think it's called a foyer, I don't know. I never know what to do in that space. I never know what to do in that space. But yeah, this turned out pretty decent, I guess. Yeah, this is the first save I did, which was over there. The thing is, why I actually only remembered to do it there was my friend, like I said, he was busy working and he kind of screwed something up and he wasn't even sure if he could undo it. It's this weird program he was using, and he just kind of lost it. Man, did he lose it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't saved. If I lose all of this now, I'll just throw this screen out the window. I'm just going to save right now. So yeah, that was the save I did. This is the studio. I kind of went overboard with, I believe they're called easels, or I think that's how you pronounce them. Yeah, I put like 4 in at a stage. Later on I do remove that one there that's in the corner. But yeah, I lost control with him. And you'll see I put some like that, the vase and some other item I put on the floor. I do move it. It was just so I don't have to go and look for it again later. I really love the studio equipment they have for painting and stuff. There's also like a really cool what do you call it, like a photo studio thing, which is in here as well. I definitely want to find a use for that at some stage. And then yeah, this was the room where I tried to find that weird chair that was underneath the lighting category. Funny enough, I still don't know why it's there. But yeah, this is where I tried to find that and I just couldn't do it. I do skip that part though. Yeah, so this is where we're at the screenshots. Front of the house looks quite nice. The sides, you all see there's the bar as well. Some stuff I put in after the camera, as well as that fireplace, etc, etc. Look at that. I put a little roof here and everything. Oh, it just looked so good. Decorated the outsides of the house a bit, the balcony. upstairs. Just plain and simple, not too much. Enters the house, that little water feature on the side just worked out perfectly. Here's the room. You see what I mean? Just has such a nice little ambience to it, this little room. Just looks so good. Like I said, a lot of the small details I did go ahead and put in here at the end. Off the camera, but yeah. So I think that fish tank did work out. Wasn't too bad, although I'm still not sure if the wall would have looked better, because I didn't really play around with it. Dining room. Kitchen, there's the item with the little oranges in that I was looking for, which I did find and put in eventually. Downstairs bathroom. When you walk up the stairs, that's what you see at first. And this is, I love that wall. I don't know, that little art piece at the back was perfect. The office again. Bedroom. Master bathroom, I believe, yeah. Oh, I just love the way this bath is here with the view. It just looks cool. Door going into the studio, and then the studio. It's so cluttered and so busy, but it just looks so amazing. Honestly, my favorite room in the house was this. Really looks awesome. Love the way it turned out. And then just, of course, bird's eye view of the first floor and the second. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I will definitely be posting more of these. I don't know if I'll do another Sims one directly again after this, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So this was the first video. I'm sorry it was so long, but yeah, first video of the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, remember just to subscribe and then come back. I don't know how in fashion the Sims still is, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is Moses getting ready to bounce.